it's that day finally. It's time to go mowing. Mower's hooked up, tractor's ready to go. As you see in the last one, everything's oiled up, greased up, everything's ready to go. Just went over everything again real quick before we get rolling. Ace and I are gonna hop up in the tractor. We're gonna get this day underway here. We already had Gary hauled a steer to slaughter this morning. So that is done. Now it's time to start making that hay for this winter. The first cutting is getting a little further than what we'd like it to be, but there's nothing we could do. You know, the spring was extremely wet, which is good in one aspect. It provided abundance amount of hay. There's some of our hay fields that are probably going to produce more than they ever have for us, so that is a big bonus because you don't have to go find other ground when your ground is producing enough for you. So once we get this stuff mowed down, we're gonna mow roughly 10-ish acres today, as long as everything goes okay, then rake and bale tomorrow. So let's get moving. We're out mowing. This stuff is the field where we did the life of the hay video. This stuff has come in incredibly thick up front by the road, and this end down here is a little bit thinner, but still really nice stuff. I could not believe how thick it was with clover, timothy, the orchard grass, and some alfalfa. Alfalfa wasn't as plentiful as the clover was. Clover was at least almost up to knee high, so I was pretty enthused about that. I mean, only a few of them had headed out, so not very much loss in that. Now, some of the orchard and timothy, of course, has headed out, but you know, we just got to deal with it. But no big deal there. Come to the end here. There we go. Up we go. All right, get this thing spun around here. But yeah, it definitely. I'm definitely pretty happy with the yield that we're going to get off of this field. This field is probably going to be very interesting to see what tonnage-wise for bales we'll get. Be very interesting. Mower's been doing a pretty good job today. No complaints. Just been clicking along about 4 mile an hour through this lower stuff, 4 to 4.5, 5, and then through that really thick stuff, we got to slow her down into about the 3 range, just because that thick stuff is pretty doggone thick. This is definitely some of the nicest stuff I've ever made. You see all the clover in there, buttercup there too, but man, I just wish I could have got it maybe a week ago. But man, this stuff is super nice. You know, you got all this nice clover and foliage in here. This stuff is going to turn out wonderful. I mean, just absolutely wonderful. This stuff is, you see there is one clover that had headed out. There's a few here and there, but not very many. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Well, as we end day one, first cutting, put this down, so I'm gonna put the jack down. It was a good day though. Everything went just as perfectly planned. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better day. Mower did wonderful. Sun's still out. It's, I don't know, roughly, 6 o'clock now or so. So we'll get this unhooked. We're gonna get go hook up to the baler tonight, and we'll make sure everything's going all right. And then we'll start raking in the late morning tomorrow and get everything moving here. Like I said, I'm real happy. Everything went extremely well. I need to clean this thing out now, but aside from that, get grass gummed up down in here, but a little mud too, because everything was a little on the wetter side this time, but oh well. Just coming out and checking on the hay. Basically just wanted to see, you know, how it was drying down. Looking pretty good. Still no real cracks in it. The crimper did a nice job crimping. As you see, this is the purpose of the crimper. See, it's broken there, it's broken there. Broken there. So it's breaking her once every 3 to 4 inches or so. So I was just out here just checking to see how it was drying down. Nice sunset over there tonight. We'll get all this baled, raked up in the morning, and then we'll come through and we'll bale it all, and then we will wrap it. This will probably be today and tomorrow for sure. I'll try to get as much wrapped tomorrow as we can. What we can't, we'll wrap on Monday, and then we'll just continue on. And you see my mower had a little mishap here and just kind of drug some of this. So, but as you can see, some of this has a little bit greener in it. There's no real crack in there. So, but everything turned out nice other than this little spot there, but you know, you'll have that. Now, this is that beautiful, beautiful hay. Well, I guess I need to make it strip down too. Yet too. Almost forgot about that. I'm glad I didn't. I just got a little bit of cleanup on the front to do on this field here. This stuff raked up wonderful. It looks great. There's that bunny rabbit Ace just loves to growl at. Now run, buddy, run! Hold on, bud. Take over the woods. As we just finished raking up here, what else are chopping. There's their 500 horse Steiger, and then down there, zoom in, is their chopper. So they're chopping off first cutting as well. A lot later than what they usually do. As you see, this is what one of the fields here. They're up there at the next one. And then they have the one across the road too. So they're very far behind as well. Usually they already have this already all done. So, but that's just the way the spring has been for everybody. But raking around here. Raking, raking, raking. Ace is along for the ride. Raking up pretty good in the back. Everything looks pretty good. Been a wet spring. As you see down here in the bottom, it's wet. It's a common place for it to be wet, so it didn't surprise me. Just gonna have to work around some of the wet spots, and which we'll do. We'll do a pretty good job of it. You know, we don't want to. I don't want any muddy hay, and we got to clean up these end rows here. We got a little bit of cleaning up to do here, but it's not too bad. As you can see, here is pretty bad, but we won't, and there's pretty bad, so we'll kind of just leave them spots be and work around them, because I don't feel like working through them, that's for sure. I mowed through them yesterday just because I had to. You know, you got to get the stuff off at least, so I got it off. So, oh well. That's how life works, I guess. Last year, this was bone dry. I mean, barely even made a mark up here at this one end, and not so much on this year. But still a pretty good crop. The baler's hooked up. The monitor's ready to go. Putting the PTO on. Baler's up and running. Now we'll set this PTO roughly in the 400, almost 500 range. Supposed to be 540. We're making hay. Back and forth, back and forth. baling today. I wish I could say it was going wonderfully. The first two fields, man, they went great. The third field I went to didn't go so well. Dang near got the tractor stuck in one spot. And I had an issue with the net wrap not wanting to cut off. And then had an issue with that again. Had an issue with the baler plugging. And it wasn't for me going too fast, I can tell you that. I must have just grabbed a wad all at once. So hasn't exactly been the best of baling days for me. Making good hay for the most part. You know, there's a couple of them that aren't so great, but I guess we get what we get and be happy with it and move on. So at least that's my plan. But a lot of work left to do because we still got to get all these bales wrapped yet and get them off the field. So that'll be an adventure for tonight and tomorrow. So a couple days worth of videoing here. I haven't really got a lot of videoing of anything really. A little bit of mowing, a little bit of raking, and just a whisker bit of baling. Bale monitor telling me you gotta go to the other side for the bale. There we go. That looks a little better. These bales will be 57 inches tall. So not the full 60 inches. My tractor, the orange tractor we have, just won't quite do it. Just doesn't have enough oomph in it. So right now it's wrapping the bale. Once it gives us the beep beep code like normal, we'll kick her out. We'll pull ahead. And another bale made. The baler's come back down, belts are running, everything's closed up nice. There's this weird air code. And off back to the races we go. Just got 2 more windrows left and that's it. In the home stretch. The last row here of bale make. I'm going to do it right about 4. Do about 4 mile an hour. 5, 4.5, 5. Bale monitor telling us how big of a bale we got going. PTO shaft there's the yellow thing, and all the hydraulic and wires is the rest. Well, when you run out of daylight, you just work in the dark. So, bitch, we got these good lights, I tell you. Anybody who makes fun of the lights off of Amazon, that's what those are, all the way around. They're pretty, I tell you, them lights out there are pretty darn nice. Got just 1 bale left in this field. We still got the stuff down at the main farm yet to do, but all in all, this new bale trailer has worked out pretty darn well. I mean, learning before we get her done. Once it's done, it'll be even nicer. But there she goes. Alright. That's the last one there for this field. It's, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night now. Just got, I think, 5 bales at another field to get or something like that. And then we'll leave the ones at the main farm. I'll get them in the morning in the daylight. Got all the ones farther away. Well, Beck could help me, which is a great help. greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate the help I get, because sure beats having to do this all yourself, which is quite the task, let me tell you. Quite the task to be able to do on your own. I greatly appreciate the help I get from them. Now, well, at least I found it. This is a locking collar for bearing off of the wrapper. As you can see, we're making good progress. Kind of slow. First thing that fell apart was the handle on the orange tractor that does the bucket up and down. Now this falls off. I just so happen to be able to see it come off this one here, but we're going to check all of them to make sure they're tight. Basically what it does is it goes on there and holds it. That's supposed to go on there and hold it tight with that lock. Go back in there. Okay. Good and tight. I went around and checked the other ones too. So, yeehaw, keep on going. Bales are done. Check for holes. Oh, that had one that came off the wrapper, kind of goofy. Put a hole in it. Another one, I don't know, just had a little pencil-sized hole in it. No big deal. The very first of first cutting is done. We still have several more acres to go. Several more acres to go for first cutting. So this is the start of winter for the winter feed. Everything went fairly well. A couple minor breakdowns today. Tractor, the wrapper as you've seen. So, oh well. Long few days, but it's all done on those acres. Now starts the process of waiting and finishing up the other acres. Thanks for coming along today. Hope to see you in the next one.